Hello, and welcome back to Chroma Endless. I've got a lot planned for today now that we've unlocked the machine frames from Thermal Series. These machines are going to open up a whole lot of possibility for different kinds of automation here, and I have a pretty good idea of all the things I want to do with this today. The first thing I want to try to get going is ender pearls, because those are something we've been needing quite often, and they're very tricky to get just by going out and looking for endermen alone. So if we can get those automated, that would be huge. To do that though, we are going to need to grab some ender lily seeds, and these spawn in the end. So we're going to have to go out and find some ender pearls anyway to get to the end. And fighting the ender dragon right now is something I'm very underprepared for. So I think we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of. Alright, I've gone ahead and grabbed a whole bunch of ender pearls. This will hopefully be enough to get us to the stronghold. The actual recipe for the Eye of Ender is changed, so it needs blazing blood. And the only real way we're going to get that is if we build another one of these smelteries right under a blaze spawner. And then that way when the blazes spawn, they'll just kind of die and it'll spit out blazing blood. So we're going to go ahead and get that set up over there. Luckily though, these smeltery blocks are very easy to come by, so we shouldn't have any trouble there. Alright, I've gone ahead and gathered a whole bunch of stuff to build up another smeltery in the Nether, so we're going to go ahead and put that up there. This is proving to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Ah, come on, man. Well, after way too much pain and suffering, I think we finally got this set up. The only thing is that sometimes the blazes do drop these fire shards, so we just have to clear them out every once in a while. But it is pumping out blazing blood like crazy. I did have to go home real quick and grab a bunch more seared bricks just because we didn't have nearly enough. I made this 5x5 just because I wasn't sure if... I'm not really too keen on how blaze spawning works, but I made it, 5x5 just in case they needed room. We are going to need about 4 buckets for the amount of Eye of Enders we need, so I do have to run home again and grab the buckets. And with enough of this blazing blood, we can throw our ender pearls below the spout here and start filling up. And it should start. Yep, there we go. Alright, and the last thing I'm going to do before we go is throw some enchants on my armor here. I threw up an enchanting table. I didn't have that many bookshelves, but hopefully we can at least get something instead of just going in blind. I don't really know how this new enchanting system works, but I see protection, so I'm going to get it. And hopefully we can get infinity on our bow. Doesn't look like it. We'll go with power. Alright, and I think that should be everything. Let's head off and see where this thing goes. Oh, we missed it. Oh, I think it went down. There we go. There it is. Ooh, I'm glad we made more than 12. Alright. I did bring a bed, just in case we do die. Or we can just respawn and jump right back in. But other than that, I think we're ready. Oh no, I forgot to bring blocks. Oh, we have a jetpack. I thought I was gonna need the ender pearl. We're good. These ender lilies here are the things we've come for. You can just pop those and pick them up. They don't have to be fully grown for you to pick them up. Well, now we just kind of sit down here and wait. Might just go grab some more of these ender lilies. That's not really what I wanted. It is really hard to hit her. I just cannot get to her. This guy blows. Can you not hit her? I've come to the conclusion that you cannot hit her. Okay. Well, new plan. I think we're gonna have to grab a bow because it seems that a sword isn't working for some reason. Alright, so I did manage to pick up a new bow. This has infinity on it. It turns out infinity is upper level enchantment, so I did have to throw down a bunch more bookshelves, but we got it now, so we're gonna head back and see if we can try this again. Let's see if we can get that grave first. There we go. Hey, good news, you can't actually hit her. You just can't hit her head for some reason. Yeah, she's like completely immune when she's perched. That's really weird. Also really loud. Yeah, there we go. And we get a bunch of stuff from Draconium here. We also get to grab the dragon heart here and the dragon head. Oh, we'll get that. And with a torch, we can also pick up the dragon egg. There we go. Really, the only thing we came here for anyway is these ender lily seeds, so we're good. I had a little bit of experimentation with these thermal machines, and I didn't know that it actually consumes the ender lilies when this recipe goes through. So that is kind of out of the picture now. So I think we're going to go with using botany pots instead, because these will just grow and they don't require power or anything. So this is definitely a much better way to go. And these aren't too difficult to craft. I'm going to make a few of them for just some of the other plants we need to automate here. To actually make one of these, we're going to need a rich soil planter, and this will take rich soil. And all we have to do to get that is throw down one of these organic composts and just kind of let it sit out, and eventually it'll turn into rich soil. I've also, over here, I've set up a latex extractor system, and all this is doing is using a couple of arboreal extractors here and pulling them out using create pipes and then pressing them, and then we get this dry rubber here, and then combining this with some sulfur will give us cured rubber, which we can use for some fluid cells from thermal along with a couple of other things. Also, another thing that I'd like to get today that I missed from Occultism is one of these ore miners. Setting one of those up on this dimensional mine shaft will basically just give us free ores at a pretty decent rate. It does have durability, so it won't be forever, but it'll definitely give us a good amount of ores that we need instead of having to go mining every time we need ores. There we go. And then we'll also need to do the ritual for the dimensional mine shaft here. There we go. And I think if we just throw this on top of a hopper, it should be able to just extract all the ores it puts out into a chest. Yep, there we go. And we've got our first ore. The only thing we have to worry about here is the durability, so just when this runs out, we'll have to make a new one. But it seems to be pretty decent. Alright, it's been a little while here, and our rich soil is finally converted. And then with this, we can craft some rich soil planters. And with these, we can make our botany pots. Combining these with a smart chute will make them hopper botany pots. All that means is that if we throw it on top of a drawer, it'll automatically dispense all of the items it makes into that drawer. If you didn't have the hopper botany pot, you would have to come and manually click it every time you wanted an item. So for example, if we throw down some endstone and then our ender lily seeds, this will very slowly but surely start growing some ender pearls for us. And I also went out and grabbed a whole bunch of flowers so we can start producing some dyes. I don't know if I have enough botany pots to do this, but if we throw down a millstone and then a funnel, I think we should be able to set these up on chutes here and then have them just all go onto this belt and into the millstone. And then if we just put a hopper out of this millstone into a drawer controller, we should just be able to have a big drawer set up full of dyes, just like we do for our ores over there. And now all we have to do is just wait a little bit for these to grow, and we should see some dyes start coming out. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I think next time we'll get some cleaning up going around here, because it is looking messy. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.